Good morning. Let's start with today's Google Classroom. It is subject chemistry. And the paper name is physical chemistry. That is paper number 8. Today's Google Classroom is for the chapter unit first. That is the thermodynamic first. And today's topic we have to discuss are concept of the maximum work. It is WMAX, a numerical problem. So before to start to the concept of the maximum work, we have to first see what is in just to see the introduction about this thermodynamics. We have already known that in previous Google Classroom that what is the thermodynamics? Thermodynamics is a branch of the physics that deals with heat and temperature and their relation to the energy, work, radiation, and the properties of the matter. The behavior of these quantities is governed by the law of the thermodynamics, which convey the quantitative description using the measurable macroscopic physical quantities, but may be explained in terms of microscopic constituents by the statistical mechanics. The thermodynamics applies to the wide variety of topics in science and engineering, especially physical chemistry, chemical engineering, and the mechanical engineering, but also in the field as complex as meteorology. We have already known that thermodynamics is a branch of physics and it is a direct relation of the heat and temperature with their relation to the energy, work, radiation, and the physical properties. So, this physical thermodynamic developed out desire to increase the efficiency of early steam engines, particularly through the work of the French physics Nobel Sadi Carnot in 1824, who believed that engine efficiency was the key that could help the France win the Napoleonic Wars. Scots-Irish physics Lord Kelvin was the first to formulate a concise definition of the thermodynamics in 1854, which stated thermodynamics is the subject of the relation of the heat to the forces acting between the contiguous parts of the bodies and the relation of the heat to the electrical energy. So it is about the introduction. Then we see what is the concept of the maximum work. So in the history of the science, the principle of the maximum work was a postulate concerning the relation between the chemical reactions, heat evolution, and the potential work produced therefrom. The principle was developed in approximate from in 1875 by the French chemist that is Berthelot in the field of thermochemistry, and then later in 1876 by the American mathematical physicist Willard Gibbs in the field of thermodynamics. In a more accurate form, the overall version was essentially every pure chemical reaction is accompanied by the evolution of the heat, and that this yield is the maximum amount of the work. The effect of the irreversibility, however, showed this version to be incorrect. This was rectified in thermodynamics. Incorporating the concept of the entropy, the units are P, V, and W. With the development of the first law of thermodynamics in 1850s and 60s, heat of reaction and the work associated with each process were given a more accurate mathematical basis. In 1876, Gibbs filled all this in his 30-page on equilibrium of the heterogeneous substances. Suppose, for the example, we have the general thermodynamic system called as the primary system, and we mechanically connect it to the reversible work source. The reversible work source is a system which, when it does work, it has a work done in it to it. Does not change its entropy. It is therefore not heat engine and it does not suffer dissipation due to the friction or the heat exchanges. A simple example would be the frictionless spring or the weight on the plane gravitational field. Suppose further that we thermally connect the primary system to the third system, reversible heat source. A reversible heat source may be the thought of as heat source in which all transformations are reversible. For such a source, heat energy delta Q added to will be equal to the temperature of the source T times increase in the entropy. If it will be an irreversible heat source, the entropy increases will be larger than delta Q divided by the T. So it is all about the work done, maximum work done. So if you have any problems, you can post in our comment section. Thank you.